Check, check. I don't know if we're live yet or not. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Good week so far. I should be on hopefully pretty soon. We shall see. I'm trying to get my phone up so I can go through everything. All right, Daddy said we're live. It looks like Deborah and Ricky's here. What's going on? Just trying to get everything going. It's been a long day. Hope everybody else has had a good day. We got a few things together for the show. Been up at the shop a lot today. Man, it's been 110 degrees. It seems like outside. It's been over in the 90s, but it felt like over 100 up there at the shop. But I did get a few things together that was on the list. Got a few things that still ain't on the list. And I bought a box of stuff up from the shop. It's got some pretty neat little stuff that we've talked about over the last few weeks. And I thought, well, I'll just bring it up to the shop. Up to here. Didn't get a chance to get everything laid out. I started getting a few of our heavyweights we talked about. I didn't get all the heavyweights out. I've still got that on the list. I'll get more of those out probably on the next week's show. I did get most of the Wisconsin toy cars. That was something that people had asked about. And found a few more pieces. Like I said, while I was up there, I did not pull Porsches yet. But yeah, I got a haircut. I'll get back over here. The good thing is today's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Rebecca. She's upstairs right now. But anyway, we got some stuff to go over. I brought some more stuff to go over. If y'all got any questions about some stuff, you can put it in the comments. I'll try to answer what I can. Y'all know kind of the spiel of what goes on and when and where. But got the phone up, and I got my paper here, and I got a pen over here. So hopefully, as stuff comes up, I can write it down. So we'll let a couple more people get in. I'm not sure if everybody's here yet or not. But anyway, like I said, I did bring up this box from the shop full of stuff. And it's got like, I found these two power command sets. Remember I was talking about power commands? Found two sets of those in there. We'll kind of go over that. I found a few other things I pulled from the shop. And like I said, we'll go over that here in a second. That was the one from last week. But I went ahead and found those two. I know I've got some power commands because I was debating on whether to collect them. Now that I think I may try to collect them, I'll start getting them together, figure out which ones we got, which ones we don't. All right, Forrest. What's up, Chris? Chris is here. Forrest says his birthday was on the 11th. Awesome. Happy birthday, Forrest. I did get some lunch boxes together. I'm still missing 3. That's probably what spent most of my time today. I was hunting for the last 3 lunch boxes over in there because I couldn't find them at the shop. There's about, somebody had asked about lunch boxes, and I think I've got 3, 6, 9, 11. There's like 10 of them over there, 11 of them over there, and I'm still missing 3. And we'll go over those here in a minute. Just telling you kind of what got. Found a couple other pieces. Found my burger stands we was talking about the other day for the mini truck with the gold, and it looks like I got 2 with the chrome wheels. So, and I think I may have another gold one somewhere because I bought one to open a long time ago, and this may be the one for opening. It does have a little crease here, but anyway, some stuff we can go over. And so anyway, we'll go over. I'm not 100% sure who asked. I need to start right now who asked for what, but the Wisconsin toy cars, I did bring those out. We'll start with those because that is one thing that was on the list. We'll look at these few heavyweights I pulled out that was on the list. I didn't pull all the heavyweights. We'll do those probably next week. I will get hopefully a little bit more time. A little bit what we've been going on. This weekend I didn't go anywhere. I've been editing the videos for 127. I've got one should be out tomorrow, and I've got one more of those. I've got another toy show that I've went to that I've got to finish up, and I am trying to remember, oh yeah, we got this weekend will probably be the Knoxville Hot Wheel show. So, but anyway, we'll start with the Wisconsin uh, toy red lines. I've got some of these in the package. I should have pretty much the whole set in the package, but this is what the package looks like. This one does have a rip at the end. These don't. They were just baggy cars. You can see there. Um, but these are the Wisconsin toy care, and you can tell. Let me slide this one out. It's already got a rip in the end. But the deal with these is these come out in the 80s, and they say, "Look, let me get back up here and see if you can see that." Um, they say right there, Wisconsin, um, packaged and distributed a Wisconsin toy right there. So that's why everybody calls it a Wisconsin toy fair. And there's the packaging. This one does, like I said, have a rip out the side, but there's your Dune Daddy. But you can tell those because they have a black plastic base on them. And like I said, I do have, I believe I have a full set of these in a baggie somewhere. It's probably in a box out in the shop. I went out there, like I said, a few hours today, as much as I could stand it, and so I picked them up. But here, here's your next one. You can see it's got the same type paint job as the red line, as the old school red line, but they have a black plastic base, and that's your swinging wing there on that Wisconsin Toy Fair. So that's pretty cool piece. Then you've got your Warpath here in red. There's your black plastic base there on it. Um, the only one I don't have an example of is the Buzz Off. It's in blue, and I must not have one loose, or I haven't got it out yet up on the wall because I wasn't able to find it. But then here's a Volkswagen with your black wall. Here's your black. It's got your black plastic base. It's got your bug temple on the top, and these have the solid roof. This is what people would usually buy back in the day. If you start finding some odd colors with solid roof on your red lines, people would take these apart and make them. Here's your regular release with it's got your metal base, same tempo, same color, just one's plastic and one's metal. Your metal base is way sought after. The plastic base is sought after, but a lot of people try, they get a hold of these, and they're in a lot better shape because they were come out in the 80s. So most collectors had these. But anyway, that's what's going on with the Wisconsin Toy Fair, what I've got out. The Buzz Off's the only one I don't have an example of right now out here. As I find that stuff, as I go up, like I said, I brought this one box down because I found a few pieces. I'll bring them back up and we'll go over those once I find them, the packaged ones. But that's what the package looks like. So if you see that and you see the red line in there, they're still more valuable than what they've been, but they're not as valuable as the red lines made in the 70s, obviously. But they are still pretty sought after, and this one is not the best example, but at least it's carded. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Looks like Woody's here. What's up, Woody? Everybody saying hi to Woody. So, like I said, if there's anything y'all want to chat about, let me know. I didn't pull out any very expensive Porsches. I know that's on my list also. I'm going to try to pull some more Redline stuff next week. The only Porsche, kind of funny because I was looking through, somebody had asked about CD-ROM Hot Wheel cars, and I was looking for those today, but I remember, remember Heroes on Hot Wheels back in the day? Maybe some of y'all do. And that one had a Porsche in it. It's the only reason I remembered. So I thought I'd bring these up because these are the VHS tape ones. Just a few of them. They were made in different years. I tried to get the full set of these. I've got quite a few of them. If y'all saw my Nationals from 2 years ago, I picked up even more of them. I've got quite a few more somewhere out in the shop. Used to pick these up for little or nothing, and still you probably can sometimes, but Some of them are getting a little bit more expensive. These come out in 1991. This one I think is 1991. But got a few variations on some of the cars on top that a lot of people look for. I don't know if my chat's working or not, so if I'm not keeping up with the chat, I apologize because I'm not 100% sure if the chat's working or not. Something else some people had asked about. Let me see if my chat's working. I don't know. The chat's not rolling, but I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. But so anyway, we got a few heavyweights. I pulled those down. You got the moving van here. I said I'll pull more of those down next week. And this one, of course, is in, I guess this is blue. It looks like a blue to me. This one's not bad. It's not perfect shape, but it's not bad. It's good enough for me in my collection. Like I said, these were just a few that I pulled down real quick right before I went live, just so we could go. Of course, here's the, I've got a couple different ones of these firefighter ones. I don't have any with the ladders. I know that's probably one of the most sought after pieces when you're looking for the fire trucks is the ladder. And you got the trash truck here. And I don't know what color it is. I guess it's like a greenish blue color. Then we got a dump truck here. And I wish the windshield wasn't busted out on it because the white are definitely hard to come by. The white ones are a whole lot harder to come by than any other color on these. So the windshield is busted, but hey, I'll be happy to have at least one white in my collection. And then this one is nothing but the one I picked up the other day. I still got it sitting out that had a different back. So let me get back over to the chat, and then we'll get back over to some. Woody says it works. I appreciate it, Woody. What year are the different haulers? The haulers of these come out in the 70s. Those were all 1970 heavyweights, 70, 71-ish. They run them, I want to think 70 they started and they run through 72. I know 70, 71, but I can't remember if it went into 72. But they're hard to display, so I've got one Giovanni that's got solid flat across instead of the individual sections, so I have to put those there. It's another reason I want to kind of put stuff around. But anyway, that's just a few of the haulers. And so I wanted to go over those. Like I said, I cracked this box and pulled out a few things. This was one of the things that was laying on top. I don't know if anybody remembers whenever Hot Wheels bought Corgi back in the day. I'm trying to see what year this one come out. That'll tell you about when it was. 1994. And then Hot Wheels just took all the castings that were left. Half of them that already was put together, they just put in these top Auto City boxes. And then some of the castings they actually used in actual Hot Wheels and put the Mattel Hot Wheel wheels on it. So that's Auto City stuff. Some of this stuff gets expensive. I know there's a couple people that collects these pretty heavy. And this is a pretty tough piece if you're looking for the Auto City set. And then there was actually a Hot Wheels Auto City that come out, which is pretty tough to find. Because like I said, this was all Corgi castings whenever they bought out Corgi back in the day. I just thought it was neat. I thought I'd pull it out and we'd talk about it for a minute. I know a lot of people may remember. Some of y'all may not. But anyway. So that's that. Also on top was this the sports car, supercar 5-pack here. Has some pretty cool pieces in it. It's got your, let's see, we'll start over here. What is that? Got your Corvette over there, the 80s Corvette there. You've got your Ferrari. Got your Nissan 300. You got your 80s Firebird, and you got your Fiero there on the sports card 5-pack. This set come out in 1985, so 86 is when this would have come out. And so just something neat that was in that box. Thought that was cool. And I thought I'd just pull it out and we'd look at it. Let's look at the chat and we'll keep moving on down. Looks like James says he's here. What's going on, James? Yeah, Woody, anything at 2000s vintage now. Anything over 20 years is kind of in that vintage. Early 2000 stuff starting to be really collectible now. Then, of course, this was in there. I just thought that was awesome. I went ahead and pulled that out. Anybody that likes the Ertl A-Team, this is the original. I'm trying to remember what year these come out. 1983, it says there behind the van. Kind of hard to see there, but I've got this loose also somewhere over there. And then there's your Ertl Collectors Club you can sign off and go for. They had all the big names back in the day, or what we thought was big names in the 80s. A-Team and Dukes of Hazzard, Starchy and Hutch, all those. That's who Ertl had at that time. So thought that was fun. It was sitting in there, so I thought, well, I'll just pull that out and we'll look at it. Something else that was in the case, the original Micro Machine box, the Private Eyes here. And this one come out in 1989, it says. So there you go. Pretty cool. The Micro Machines there, these are the ones that you'd actually look through the top and you can see a scene, like a scene machine for a Hot Wheel. And that was in that box, so I was like, I love Micro Machines. It's one of my things. Hot Wheels, Micro Machines are my two favorite things car-wise I played with when I was a kid. And then let me look and see real quick the chat, and then we'll go over to these burger stands next. That's cool. When did Hot Wheels do A-Team? Yes, they did do A-Team. I've got the van over there. I've got a couple of them carded. I can run and grab the van real quick. Just give me 1 second. I apologize. I think I got the van over here. Okay, I'm coming. Whoop, I hit a case. And this is the, this is the A-Team van from Hot Wheels. I have it on cards somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where it's at, but if I find it on card, I'll bring it back. But that's the A-Team van from Hot Wheels. And then they did a special edition of this one also in like one of the cons. And then you can see the difference there. Pretty cool. But yeah, A-Team stuff. I love the A-Team, so I keep a lot of the A-Team stuff. And then we have we'll do this burger stands real quick. You remember we did the mini trucks a while back. Still got some of those. I think they're right. Yeah, they're like right back in here. Anyway, that's the I don't know if y'all can see in there. That's the gold wheel. And then there's a silver wheel. And both of these are dated 1990 on the back. So, but the gold wheel is way harder to find than the chrome. And well, I mean, you can kind of tell there. That's the gold there, and I got two of the silvers here. So that's just one of the pieces that I collect. So if I found the burger stands back in the day, I'd pick them up. And I'm pretty sure I've got another gold wheel somewhere, because I got one to open, and this may be my opener because it's got a crease and a little bit of mess up on the box. But we'll see whenever I go back around. Another thing before I put these back over there. Yeah, there's some of the mini trucks right there, if y'all can see them down here. Trying to get all those together, and we'll do another video when I find all of them. We'll do a casting roundup. And then here's the shift kicker. We went over to shift kicker the other day, but I couldn't find this leap of flame. This one's unopened. The front of the box is funny because when I bought it, it was already, somebody had it on display, as you can tell. It must have been in the front next to the window because it's kind of a little faded there. But Still pretty cool to have unopened in original box. The back of the box is really vibrant. So if I find another one with a good box on the front, it'd be cool to, put them on top of each other. But I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, it's a pretty cool set. So tickled to have it. So that's the couple of things I brung down from the shop there as I was looking for some stuff. I've also got some lunch boxes. We'll go over those here in a minute. Of course, the power commands were in a box. That was a couple other higher command sets. Trying to see if we can get the whole set together. There's 2 different ones there. Plus there's another set there. So that's 3 different sets of them there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few more sets up there as I go through because back in the day, these would be on people's beds for a little or nothing back at the conventions and shows. And you could pick them up for, $5 or less, sometimes $3. Somebody at one time had 8 a piece on these, so I probably gave 5 a piece if I bought them both. But they're starting to go up in value pretty good now. So. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I did Hot Wheels. Maybe that's what I had in A-Team. He says 1990 was the year he graduated. That's awesome, Woody. I graduated in 97. Deborah says you're a youngin'. Chris, I saw that shift kicker at the Pomona swap meet. That's cool. That's cool. And then I found some more of my convertibles. We'll pull those out of that box in a few minutes, but that was the Volkswagen Bug in the convertibles. I didn't find all of them the other day when we was talking, so I'm hoping a lot of them are in this box. I just pulled that one out to remind me that they're in that box. Something a little different. I know I'm just all over the place going through stuff real quick. This is a piece I normally don't collect, the monster truck stuff. This was an older monster truck set. I used to collect all the monster trucks back along whenever these was coming out. I'd already sold most of them. This come out in 03, so this is already 22 years old. But I collect He-Man stuff, or I did. And if you look in there, it's kind of hard to see it, but there's no tampos on this one whatsoever. So it's an era. All these have tampos. The Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, Bounty Hunter, Dragon Slayer there. And then the He-Man one doesn't have any tampos whatsoever. And I've got the regular carded one with the tampos somewhere. I was hoping to find it. I ran out of time when I was looking today, but we'll definitely make that. And then something else I decided to bring down while I was up at the shop is that I've got to rotate my buses, but I think I sold these buses back when I sold a bunch of the buses off. And I have this was on a bad, it's not been opened yet, but this is on a bad box. And I bought it from a guy that was already, I was going to open these and I just never got around to it. And so I'll be able to open these and put them back in the collection. So I went ahead and brought this back from the shop too while I was up there. Now let me catch up with the chat real quick. Tool Time says, didn't Hot Wheels make an A-Team van in Real Rider? It's actually not the A-Team van, but it's close. I can grab them real quick if hold on, I might have one here carded. This one's not the Real Rider one. The Real Rider one I've got over there. If y'all want me to grab it, I will. This is a carded one. It kind of looks like the A-Team van, but they didn't have the right, so they just made it solid black with a red stripe. And then the one whenever they did have it, they made it into this. So it's a Baja Breaker that they just have it painted like the A-Team van. So I think that's the box. That's the one you're talking about there. And so I went ahead and I do have the Real Rider. They had this out in a Real Rider in gray hub, a white hub. They also have this in a basic wheel And then they have this in the construction wheel, which is what this one is. So you can count it as the 18 van. It's just a Baja breaker. It's pretty cool. So I'll just lay it over there real quick. But I believe that's the one you're talking about. Let's see what it says. Chris says the Mongoose Say sets are cool. Yeah, they are pretty cool. That one's got a bad box on it. I should have a good box one somewhere. I actually bought one off the Redline Club or whatever you want to call that thing back in the day. Um, and then I also pulled one at the convention back whenever they had just come out. I pulled one of those at the convention with a come with a car, and then on the back of the Redline Club car, it gave you a sticker saying a number, and then I'd won one there. I actually ended up selling that one off, and then um, I bought a set of those buses loose, so I kept them, and then whenever I sold a bunch of the buses off a while back, a couple years ago now, um, I sold that set that was in there with it. And when I was digging through some stuff up there, I found that box again, so I'll be able to open it, put it back in the collection. So, and then if I find that set, if you find that set less than $50, it's a good set. I'm just saying. Um, James says he found the Muscle Mania green King Kuda with the red line tires and the metallic top. High Roller 2 with the gold tires. That's cool. I have the black van from the race set. Looks like the 18. Okay. Street van. That's cool. That was it. Auto World had the Mongoose set in slot cars. Yeah, I had I had the sets of the Auto World, but then I ended up two conventions. I guess it was two conventions ago. I ended up selling them all, and I believe I don't know if Roberto's here, but Roberto bought most of all my Snake and Mongoose collection. That I sold everything from 1990 to now, most of it that was Snake and Mongoose, because I just wanted to keep the old Redline stuff and that. So I took it up to the convention, and he ended up buying out most of that stuff from me. And then somebody was asking about the lunch boxes. I know there's three more I've got at least connecting and reconnecting. So I hope it doesn't mess with y'all's computer there. Uh, Somebody had asked about the thermoses, I mean the lunch boxes. So these are a few that I've collected. I know there's three more I don't have out right now, and I know two of them are either in this basement or up top because I saw them not too long ago. One of them's the red line. I mean the original 1969 lunchbox. I don't know if y'all remember that one. It's metal. It's got the twin mill on one side, and I think it's got split image on the other side. As soon as I find it, I'll put it up. Another one is this one is the red 44 car. They come out in 97. I've also got a blue one that I believe come out in 98, and that's the one I can't find. And it's actually the 44 car, just like the car sitting this way, and this is a blue thermos on it. So, but this one is the 4497. It's the first year that Richard run for Hot Wheels number 44. So pick that up. Uh, this one is the 1999 lunchbox. Got the twin mill there. Got a cool looking, I call it a Ed Rolfe style drawing, the way that he's shifting the gears there. But come out in 99. All these are basically brand new. Well, at least these are. Got the thermos there, and pretty cool. Back in the day, you got your little Pringles set up there, and then you got some napkins and some other discounts there inside. But um, bought them on the shelves back in the day, new. Let me go on through some more of these. This one come out in the year 2000 or so, 2001 probably. This is whenever they had changed to the newest card. They started renumbering the cars, and this was the card they put on the card. Y'all probably remember those. Um, this one's got all the stuff in it new there. just like the other one. Got some level 2000 wet wipes there and some puffs. Got the Pringles box and all that stuff inside. I collected all the lunch boxes. The three I know I'm missing, I think I went over one of them, was the red line, the original red line. I've got it over here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it in either one of these boxes or in here because I couldn't find it in the shop. Got it. I've got that blue. And then it was also a Sizzler lunchbox from, I think it's 70 or 71. And it looks almost like a, most people, whenever you see it on a table for sale, most people, it looks like a case, but it actually says thermos. See how these say thermos in the corner? You'll notice it because it looks like a regular 24 car case when you're just looking at it, but it actually have thermos written in the corner. And I know those are three more I've got that I just got to find, but this one actually is an older one. This one's come out in 84. It's got your 67 Camaro, got your Mustang, police car, and it's got your Fairmont back there. So let's see. Let me catch up on the chat, and we'll go through these soft cases too back here. Like I said, anytime the Hot Wheels lunchbox would come out years ago, I've also got some. I believe they come out with some metal lunchboxes up there too. The early 2000s. It's got the. I believe it's got a way too fast on the front of it, like this, but it's metal. Let's see what it says on chat. Auto World had Mongoose set and flock cars. Yeah, they did. I got those, but I've already sold those. And they had the drag bus set. I did have it also, and I sold it too when I was selling all that stuff. Do you have the Dollar Tree Hot Wheels Race Zone 6-car black cases? I do not. I don't guess, James. Ricky found the Hot Wheels socks at Dollar Tree yesterday. I actually got some socks. My son's girlfriend, actually, they were out and they found them. And I think they were at Five Below. And they brought me a set of them, which is pretty cool. They're actually upstairs next to where I sit right now. They just found them, I think it was yesterday or day before. I guess it would have been Sunday or Saturday. I can't remember. But anyway, let's see what it says. I don't have that, James. I don't reckon. I don't get any. I hadn't got any of those 6-car black cases. We cannot find any socks. My wife's talking about those. Found a Five Below. Yeah. 83 or something. I can't remember what years I have in a metal lunchbox. Oh, okay. You probably had some these in that. This one come out in 84. There's probably a couple of lunchboxes out there that I don't even know anything about. Obviously, some newer stuff that's come out. Probably anything after around 2005 to now, I haven't really been buying. So, like I said, 1990 and back's where I'm kind of wanting to be, Woody. So, but if you may have had the metal one too, because it come out in 69, 70, somewhere around there. Then I'll pull these other ones down. This one come out in 2000, and it's just a little lunch bag. I don't know if you count it as a lunch box, but it's more of a lunch bag. I'll go ahead and pull a couple of these down, and then we'll try to go through all these real quick. So, y'all, anybody out there remember collecting World Race? This is World Race box. And what year did this? 2003, whenever the World Race come out. And I don't think I've ever unzipped this one. Now, Thermos Kids thing there. It's got your, I guess just a white thermos on that one. And this is a high C little box. I guess you put your high C in to drink. It says high C there on the top. If I can show you that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but pretty cool. Got the cardboard insert. Like I said, never unzipped it till just now, but a lot of people, that this World Race stuff's got expensive. I've got this. I've got a couple different backpacks. World Race was pretty big there for a while. So I picked this up back in the day. This one's from 1997. No, this same year as this one. So you got a plastic version. Uh, this one was 97 dated, so probably 98. And still got the hang tags on this one too. We'll look in the inside. Yeah, still got the cardboard, never been opened. It's got your thermos. Everybody that's collecting probably remembers a lot of this stuff probably in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s stuff. Uh, this is the 1998 case here with the twin mill on it. This one's got the way too fast. What am I saying? Twin mill on it. 1998 on that one. Same deal. Got your thermos. Got a little Pringle protector and some paperwork inside. Let me catch up on this chat and we'll go through these last few. And because I said I've got a box of stuff down here that I brought up we can talk about, or anything else y'all want to talk about. Like I said, I know thermoses this stuff might not be everybody's cup of tea. Carl says I have the Frisbee that had the purple passion on it and a Hot Wheel City cake. I just saw that Frisbee literally right over there, just a few minutes ago. Probably like 20, 30 minutes before I went live, I saw it laying over there over top of a box. It's on the other side of the pool table. I'll try to remember to bring that out next week. I'll go over and get it. It's got your Salt Flat Racer on this one. This one come out in 1999. Got your hang tag there from Walmart, $7.97. There's your thermos and your cardboard and all that in that one. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of people didn't collect probably all the thermos, all of these different ones. This is the 2000 with the twang thing there on the front. And then there you go. It's still new. Got your twang thing thermos there. I hadn't opened these. I probably hadn't unzipped these ever until just now. Got your tag still. And then this one, like I said, this is the last one for today, but I've got some more. I'll find them. If I find them, I'll bring them out. This one come out in 2005. So there's probably an 04 one. This one just a generic thermos. It's all new. It's got your original tag there. Oh, this one was $3.99 from $8.99 from Kmart back in the day. So pretty cool. So anyway, it's got your seared tuner on the front of that. So anyway, that's kind of lunchbox. That's kind of some of the lunch boxes. I know I've got at least 3 more that I don't have down here currently, but that's all right. As I find them, I'll leave them on the list, and as I find them, we will try to find some more of them. So let me get back over here to chat. And I got a few more things down here that we can go over. And then if there's anything y'all want to chat about, y'all just let me know. I just wanted to, I wanted to hit some of the stuff that people have been asking about. I've been trying to find, still hadn't found the Bigfoot set. I'm looking for it. It's actually down still on the list to look for. So hopefully I'll eventually find it. Trying to find my pins. There it is. So I can write down a couple things here. Let's see. Now let me get caught back up. metal lunchbox popcorn tin that was a bit bigger with the lunchbox from maybe 1997. Um, a chrome lunchbox around early 2000. Yeah, the tea bucket. That's the one that I was thinking about. I think it's up at the shop too. It had it had like a brown surround and a white front with a tea bucket on the front, and then one of them. I think there was two different ones. They also had a ornament of the lunchbox, if y'all remember from back in the day. As I find that stuff, I'm sure it's up at the shop. It's just a matter of finding it, and then I'll bring it up. So I'm gonna highlight the few more lunch boxes as I find them. So that's the lunch boxes. I know it's might not be the favorite of everything, but I just wanted to go over it because I've had some people asking about them. So that's what I have currently. I got three more I know about. Now that you said the tea bucket one, that's four I know I've got that I've got to find. Um, so anyway, then we'll go through this box if y'all want to look at some of the stuff in the box. Um, Here's a couple things I pulled out of the box on top. Y'all remember color racers from back in the day? These were one of my favorite toys to play with when I was growing up was color racers. These both come out in 1987, I'm sorry. So they would have been in 88. I would have been 8, 9 years old. And these were just the coolest things ever. So I've got quite a few of these. Somewhere these packages are rough. This one's actually coming off the package. So obviously these are mint on the inside. So I'll be able to upgrade if I need to. But I really like the color racer stuff. And I just happened to see those laying on top of that box. So um, just thought that was pretty cool. This one's got your police car, your Ferrari 308, and your 80s Firebird right there. And this one's got your Tall Rider, your Aero Flash, and your Ferrari Testarossa down here. So I was hoping this one was the one that had the hot bird in it because I've got one sealed with the hot bird that I'm trying to find, and I'm pretty sure I've got one that's cut that's got a hot bird in it that's like cut out because I need to open it to replace. I've got one in my collection up here, but it's got a couple of chips on it, and I just wanted to get that upgraded to the good ones. But anyway, color racers, one of my favorite things to collect. Um, I don't know if I've got every variation, but I've got a ton of them. It's one of those things I'm definitely going to get out and try to get all those together. I've got them mixed in with my regular cars throughout my collection because to me they were probably the most some of the most special Hot Wheels I remember playing with when I was a kid. That's why. So, but anyway, let me. Oh yeah, somebody was talking. Oh yeah, I don't remember who was asking about the CD-ROM cars. I've still got them on the list. I've got them highlighted. I'm still looking for those. Um, I got those highlighted still to look for. Let me get back to the shop and then see where. I mean, back to the chat real quick. Hey, what's up, Randy? Randy's here. Um, but I brung down some videotapes just because I thought they might get a kick out of them. But it also found that's another reason I bought this box down. Remember the 3.5-inch floppy set that come out? It's way before CDs, obviously. These come out in 1995. And this is not the full set. I got the full set, I'm pretty sure. This is 4 of them. I think there was 6 total. Y'all can see there's 6 total. This is 4 of them. The 2 that's not with me right now is the Power Pistons and the 93 Camaro. But you've got your, sorry, you got your hydroplane, got the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, you got your Mustang there, and then you got your rigger motor there at the bottom. So these are pretty cool. Just something that like they were on sale at KB Toys, sometimes 2 for $5, and I used to couldn't even give these things away. So I probably got $1 or 2 a piece in these back in the day, and just picked them up. Just something different to have in the collection. You just don't see a whole lot of that stuff. Full time. Oh, I wish it says. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm sorry. Um, a few more convertibles. We were talking about convertibles the other day. I found a few more of the convertibles. I don't know if there's more in here. We were talking about them and I couldn't find them. This is a box that actually had quite a few of them in it. Of course, we've got the Volkswagen there that, you know, I was talking about. It's called the Engineer. And then the pickup truck there. And looks like a little S10. These are called the pickup truck. And then the Fab Cab is basically the taxi there. And then they had a police car, I believe, was the other one. And then there's your Very Cool on top. And then the one at the bottom is called, it's called a shift kicker, believe it or not, but it's a Monte Carlo. It's like a Monte Carlo stalker there. You can see the package on it's not good. Like somebody had $2 on it, so I may have $2 in it. Obviously, it's an opener. So both of these are openers. This one's got a cracked blister. So, but these packages, you can see, they just usually get bent. They're just huge. So just some convertibles that we had talked about the other day. And oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what was on the floppies, James. Let me look. I don't know what was on the floppies. Oh, each one of them's got something different. This one's sorry. This one's the hydroplane. Says it's got a digital boat dock, a spy chase comic strip, and a cool collector's fact on it. The hot dog says it's got the Oscar Mayer says it's got a hot dog space adventure, an interactive snack bar, and also cool collector facts. The Mustang says it's got a stunt car comic strip and interactive movie editing room. And then this rigger motor here says it's got interactive slab lab, a creepy computer strip, and chilling collector's facts. So that's what's, I guess, on those flip. I don't think I've ever opened one of these. I may have a computer up at the shop that'll probably open one. It'd be kind of fun. Y'all remember the Hot Wheels made a computer back in the late 90s. I don't know if y'all remember it or not. They're getting pretty expensive now to find them. Let's see what we said. The Oscar Mayer, yeah. Didn't Hot Wheels make a Kiss? Yeah, they did make some Kiss cars. They made Ozzy, Kiss, AC/DC. Yeah, AC/DC, Kiss, Ozzy. I think there was one more band they made, but I don't know if I've actually got those or not. Slab Lab, James says. Oh, yeah, that's what it said. What did I set those at? Okay. That's what it says right there. It says interactive slab lab. It says creepy computer strip and chilling collector's facts. So I don't know what a slab lab is, but kind of cool. Oh, here's another one of the convertibles there. I don't know if it's the same. Oh, it's another shift kicker in a good package. So I had the other one that's for opening, and this one right here is in a good package. Um, the $2 one over here. The $2 one, and then you've got your decent one. So I think I'm going to collect them loose. I don't believe I'm going to keep but maybe one or two in the package, and the rest of them will be loose mint, and then anything I got extra will be for trade or whatever. So, yeah, Randy, they made a bunch of the different racing champions of the different bands. They had AC/DC, Kiss, Hank Williams. This is one of the Aussies here. from the racing champions. Um, they were called Hot Rock and Steel on the and then the country ones. I can't remember what they were. They might have been called Hot Rock and Country. I can't remember. I have a few of them here and there loose, but that's the only one I have on the package. Something you don't see a ton of out there if you're into collecting that odd stuff. This is the California Customs Hot Watch, and it's got your watch that, of course, the time's not working right now, but this is a uh, Camaro there. But it's got a watch. Basically, you wear it as a watch. You can take it off and play with it. And then there's the back of it there with all the different ones. I collect a lot of the mini Hot Wheels. I've got quite a few of those. They actually made a Hot Bird in the minis, and I've got all those over there as far as I know too. So yeah, there was quite a few people that made Kiss cars. Oh yeah, here's another Auto City. So there's two different Auto Cities that come out. Um, with the Corgi castings, with the Corgi wheels and everything. You just got your cardboard that says Hot Wheels up there. And both of these were made in, see if I got the date on that again, 1994, I guess. So they bought them in 94. And these come out probably in 95. So there's a couple different ones of those there. Just some fun stuff. Like I said, this whole box was just full of older stuff. And I seen those convertibles, so I pulled it up. And I seen that they had some of the color changer stuff. Let me see what chat before I get back into this box. Uh, there's a complete set of Kiss cars for sale at the Pink Elephant Antique Mall. That's cool. Um, Chris says I have the Led Zeppelin 2 van. That is cool too. They would be a good show band cars. Yeah, I have to try to hunt those down. Um, but I can definitely put it on my list to do as I find them. And then made a set of Kiss cars, both stock cars and funny cars. Yeah. Yes, band cars would be. I'll try to. I'll write it down. I'll see. It may take me a little bit to round a lot of those up, but I can see what I can hunt up on the. I'm gonna write it down. Band cars. That's cool. We'll see what we can find on those. Yeah, Carl, they did. They did a Chuck E. Cheese van, and then they did that same van in black with the Hot Wheel symbol on the side of the Corgi casting, and it had Corgi wheels on it, which was pretty wild on most of those, which is pretty awesome. Super Cow Custom. I remember, y'all remember Super Cow Customs. This is the only time they put out this Trans Am, and it was in two different colors. This was called the Mean Machine. This is a Trans Am, and that's that was probably my favorite Super Cow Custom to ever come out. I've got all of these. As far as I know, I've got every color loose, and I've got every color in the package. I just thought they were always neat, the way you could pop the back wheels on and off. Um, here's this one's called the Jack Flash. Now these two right here is the Race Ace and the Laguna Lightning. And I actually have prototypes of both of these. These the FEP samples before they were called FEP samples, and I've got them. They come from the Larry Wood collection, and I've got those. I believe they're right over there on in top of one of that cases there. I think we talked about them once before, but there's the regular production of those. Yeah, here's a couple more of the Cool Do and the uh, what's that Scorch Torch there, the pink and the yellow of the old hot rod. And there again, examples of these huge packages they use. These were from 1990, so 1991. All these huge packages that would just be hard to keep straight. So anyway, I'm just trying to see what all's left in here. There's a car in here. What is this car? T-Bird Stalker. This must have been an opener, 1988. They're listed on the back. The box is in pretty rough shape, so it probably was an opener for me. Might have a variation on it. I'm gonna set that over the side. I'll have to check that out when I get a chance. Looks like I've got some Pro Circuits. Remember the Pro Circuit wheels they come out with? And then they bought a bunch of Pro Circuits back in the day. A lot of people were customizing cars with the Camaros because they look like Camaro IROC wheels on the Pro Circuits. And then there's the Duracell 33 Scott Sharp. You got John Force right there. It's a cool piece there. I think I've got one of these pieces somewhere signed with John. There's Jack Baldwin's Camaro right there. It's got your two different wheels. Pretty cool. I've got some Jack Baldwin stuff signed also that I met him at the convention in California once. Of course, 44 race car, and then you got the Richard Petty himself there. Then for some reason there's a hydroplane in there. That was a racing car. Of course, I collected all the 44 Hot Wheels stuff, so that was in there. Trying to move some stuff out of the way. Still got a few things left in this box if y'all want to finish going through it. I see another convertibles down here. This is definitely an opener. It's on rough. There's the Volkswagen. I had one earlier, wherever it was, in a good package. So now I've got one in a bad package. I knew a lot of times that's what would happen. And this one's got a rough, like I said, it's all bent. And it looks like it's ripped right here on the corner. And then there's a pretty good looking package of it. So obviously I'll probably keep that one in the box. And then this one will probably get ripped if I don't have a mint one. If not, then somebody else will be able to have it for their collection. Let's see about the chat. I don't know if the chat's working or not. Like I said, we'll finish up this box here in a minute. Let's see, y'all good. Pop culture before they were called pop culture. Yeah, that's true. That's a cool car. Tool Time says Larry Wood design influenced a lot of kids. 10-4. Still in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most cars designed. Oh, here's another one of the trucks. So I got 3 of the trucks. So definitely be having an extra truck. Looked like somebody had $5 on it. Pickup truck's what this one's called. So obviously I'll keep one to open, and I may end up selling the other 2. I don't know yet. But anyway, extra truck. There's a Mario Andretti F1 Texaco car there. It's pretty cool. All that stuff was, like I said, in this package here. 25th anniversary car there of the school bus. That's pretty cool. One of my favorite pieces whenever they did the vintage collection was the school bus. I'm going to set it back there because that was one of my favorites. And then here's a twin mill, doing exactly like all the twin mills do. They pop the paint. As you can see, that's all the paint pieces in there. So it looks like I got a bunch of color FXs in the bottom here, and we can go over those real quick if y'all want. There's the color FX. This one's got the arrow flash, and it's got the Baja Busk there. And these come out in 1993. And these had these were the color changers that had the plastic bodies and the metal bases. I just picked up like a, I think last week I picked up a Lamborghini Countach of it. So, I believe I don't know. I moved it earlier, but I'm pretty sure that's what the one I picked up was. Then these two right here, you got your Ferrari Testarossa there, and you got your Vampira. Looks like these are pretty rough shape as far as the boxes aren't rough shape. It's just the plastics look like the plastics are a little dirty, needs cleaned up. So that's. Then this next one here's got the wind splitter. They're hard to see because of the yellow packaging. That one's got your wind splitter and your GT racer in it. And then this one's got your highway hauler. And there's the Lamborghini Countach. I guess that's the one that I picked up the other day. Um, and then these are the last three I have. Um, 93 T-Bird and the Firebird Funny car there. Then you've got the Hummer and Big Bertha. And then it's got a gun there in the middle that you can paint with. It's pretty cool. And then this last one's got your tanker, and it's got your blown Camaro, which is called a 92 Camaro in this box. So that is, I believe, if you look on the back, I believe that is a complete set of the Color FX cars in the package. It looks like I probably see the $2. I probably bought this from the same person with them all being in the same spot, and had $2 on it, so I probably bought them all for $2 a piece, more likely, back in the day. And so that's the full set of those, which is pretty cool. So anyway, something else kind of neat if people are into them. Let me see where we're at on our chat now. I messed up some chat somewhere up through here, unless it just started moving again. Have a miniature drag school bus to come with a bottle of wax. That's pretty cool. Semi vets, welcome in. I don't know if I've talked. I have a lot of rubber Hot Wheels. I have a lot of rubber wheel Hot Wheels. What do you think about those? Are they older ones? Like, are they like the new premium stuff? Or are they like 100% cars from the early 2000s? Or are they like from the 80s, like Real Riders? Try to grab a Real Rider real quick. There's a couple Real Riders back here I can grab. Let me grab one real quick. Are you talking about like these style wheels? I'll put it back up here. Um, yeah, Real Riders are one of my favorite things to play with also when I was a kid. So I was into those. Let's see where we're at. I'm sorry I'm behind on the chat a little bit. I don't know if it just started rolling or if I just wouldn't. My real blood brother in here. So you're Woody's brother? Okay, cool. My mind's trying to figure out. Oh, it looks like Roberto made it. What's up, Roberto? We were talking earlier about all that Snake and Mongoose stuff I had sold you at the convention a couple of years back. Whenever I was selling everything from 90 up, and we were talking about all those track sets, those Auto World sets you got, and like the drag bus sets and stuff that you'd bought. But anyway, good to see you in here, Roberto. Um, I don't know how much you'll learn, Woody, but we'll talk about some cars and stuff, or give you my information. Uh, they're originals from the 80s. Yeah, those are cool. I do collect them. I have I have at least an example of every Real Rider except for at least 2 that I know of right now. I don't have the Greased Gremlin, a real one. I have a fake one that I thought was real for a long time, and I think we talked about that. And then I'm looking for the Lickety Six, and both of those are extremely hard to come by. Those are the 2 I do not have that I'm looking for in Real Riders but they're both Mexico release, so they're hard to come by. Um, yeah, that's cool. See you at the show Saturday in Knoxville. That's the plan. Um, I plan on being at the Knoxville show this weekend. Um, Also, I wanted to mention, not that I'm trying to, you know, sell them, but I ordered a few more shirts because I had somebody reach out wanting a certain size. I think I had to order so many to get the shipping down. So I've got 2. My wife sent it to me. I'm just want to let you know in case any of y'all are interested in a shirt. I'm not saying that y'all have to buy them. I'm not trying to push the shirts on y'all or nothing. But I've sold a few out. The last time I ordered, I had somebody reach out and ask me for a certain size I didn't have, but I did get some sizes. My wife, I think, messaged me the sizes, but I'm trying to find them now to see, but I don't see the message, so maybe she sent it on something else. But I think I've got 2 3X's left. I think I got 2 3X's left. One or there you go. My wife says I've got one 4X, which is what I ordered the 4. So I did get your 4X in. I'm going to reach out to you. Then I think 1 or 2 3X's left, 2X, XL, and a large. I kind of got a little bit of a span of the different sizes. And if anybody's interested, just holler at me, let me know. Um, I'm doing basically 25 plus shipping, so basically $30 shipped is pretty much what I figure is where, and that's pretty much what it is. I've got in them, and they're good shirts. I wear them all the time. Of course, you watch the show, all of them are this color, out of this material, because I just don't like a thick shirt. It's just a thin. But if y'all are into it, I'm not trying to sit here and try to sell them or nothing, but I did get a few back in. I think I've got about 7 shirts left or so right now. But anyway, I just thought about it I don't know why I was thinking about it whenever I was doing that. Um, so anyway, let me see where we was at. They was talking about your bike on there. Yeah, this bike's really cool. Woody says he wore a shirt the other day. That's awesome. I appreciate it, Woody. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know about those. This weekend, the plans is probably Knoxville. Also, another thing, when I was rummaging around, I did bring something up from the appreciate it, Chris. Chris and Woody both got shirts. Roberto's got a shirt. I don't know, I know Randy got a shirt. A lot of people has got shirts in here. So, and they can let you know how they are. I mean, I think that's why I pay a little bit more, because I don't want one that you wash 2 or 3 times and it starts cracking and stuff, and I don't like them to be real thick. Anyway, beside that spill, I brung something down that was mine from when I was a kid. I haven't even cleaned it up, but I was looking through boxes and this was laying on top. I didn't pull out all my toys out of there, but I did see this and I was like, man, I remember this thing like crazy. And this is the Hawaiian Punch car. It's got the shifter on top. And there's your shifter. Y'all remember those? And this was made by Road Champs, dated 1986. So I would have been 6 or 7 years old whenever I got this. And because my birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. But there you go. I don't know if y'all remember those or not, but I love this. I remember playing with this a lot when I was little, so that's pretty cool. So, just something else I want to talk about real quick, and then we'll go back over the Beat 16 if y'all want to go over that too. Let's see where we're at on the chat. My large fit's perfect, yeah. like I said, I didn't want to spill on the shirts, but if y'all are interested in a shirt, you can message below or hit me on Instagram, whatever. But quite a few people have got the shirts the first time. So somebody reached out and said they wanted a certain size this next time. So I went ahead and ordered another order to get some shirts in to help on the shipping. So um, the Beat 16 2 cars away from completion. You are correct. Let's I'll pull them out back here. I'm on the lookout, obviously, to finish them up before too long. But yeah, this is we are 14 of the 16 cars in here. Let me get on chat and then we'll go over them real quick. Um, every time I wear my shirt, I get compliments. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Wore mine a New World Comic Con and cool. I appreciate all that support, guys. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, y'all can hit that like button. That's cool. But here's our Beat 16. Of course, you know the case. Deborah and Ricky. I don't know if y'all know that. Some of y'all knew. People don't, may not. But Deborah and Ricky donated the case. And then we put the Lux Garage sticker. Whenever I ship it out, I'll ship another sticker in there. You can put it, or a couple. If you wanted to put it on the inside too, we voted. Everybody wanted it on the outside. I was really wanting my wife to put Beat 16. She hadn't done that yet. I'm hoping for her to be able to write because she can write better than I can, obviously. And then here's where we're at on the Beat 16. We'll start with the most expensive car here. This was one I spent the most on. This one here is the Camaro. And there again, if y'all want to talk about colors, they talked about them last week. I don't know the colors, but this is, I believe they said was a lime or a yellow. But this is the Camaro. We got 15 in that one. Then we've got our fleet side here. And I believe this one was the purple one. Or at least this is what we talked about last week. We got $5 in it. Here's the custom Corvette. And it's in a green. Missing the hood. But got 5 in it. We got the Hot Heap here. And it's in a gold or green or something. It's missing the windshield, but it's got 4 wheels. Pretty cool. Custom Eldorado. I can't hate on the Custom Eldorado. I mean, it's complete. White interior. Black painted top. Of course, it's seen a lot of top time going down the tracks. You can see peeled back. Got the hood on it. And I'm just tickled whenever they got the hood on them. Got 5 in that one. Another piece I was tickled to get for this price was the Firebird. And it is complete. Not sure the color on it. I think it's a greenish color. It's either green or brown. I can't tell. It's got the hood. And you can see there it's got all 4 wheels. And it is a tab base on that one. Then we've got the best one of all. I believe all of them so far is the... I'll try to put the hood on the Cougar real quick. This is the Cougar. And I believe ultimately that this is the best shaped one. This is probably nicer than obviously the one. I believe this is as nice, or if not nicer than the one that's in my collection as my placeholder. Blue, white interior. It's got the hood. The hood pin is broke, so the hood does come off. But it's there, so whenever you want to display it or if you put it in here, nobody's going to know really the difference till they got pulling on it. But white interior, all complete, no cracks. Like I said, this is a pretty nice shape. But we got $5 in that one too, which is cool. Here's the Barracuda. Obviously, it's missing the front hood there. It's in purple, missing a couple of wheels. So that's pretty cool. Then you've got your Mustang, which I was tickled to get it with the hood, and it is painted kid paint, but there you go, tab base, and I got that $5 in that one. We got our Ford J car here, complete, 4 wheels. Got some of the stickers left on the side. It is have a lot of toning, but I mean for $5, awesome. We got our Python here. I believe this one at one time was a purple, but most of the paint's been pulled off. You can see the engine is missing, but it does have 4 wheels. We ended up buying this one for $2. That was one of the first ones. I believe that was our first one on our Beat 16 challenge that we got. We got our Diora here. It looks like it's in blue. Got all 4 wheels. There you go. On that one, I got 5 in that. Our custom, this is probably our one of our worst ones. Our Volkswagen, I figured this one was going to be one of the higher dollar ones. It's got all the tabs to put your wheels on it, but it has no wheels. And it is no motor, but got 5 in it. That's part of the Beat 16 challenge, is to find them. He said we're trying to stay under 100. And then our last one here is the Silhouette. And we ended up, it's got a broke windshield on it. It's got a kid paint. And it looks like it used to be purple. And we got $1.50 in that one. So total left to go, we've got 2 cars, which is the Beatnik Bandit, which is my favorite red line of all time right here. I've got most of the Beatnik Bandits. I do the rainbow in that one. And we're missing the T-Bird, custom T-Bird. So that's the only 2 we're missing, and we've got $21.50 left to do it in. So roughly $10.50, $10.75 a piece to spend on them. I'm hoping to get the T-Bird stock for cheaper so I can maybe get a little bit more of an upgrade on a Beatnik Bandit. But however it plays out, it plays out. So the goal here is, obviously, y'all that's been around knows, but anybody that's newer, all 16 of these we're trying to complete for $100 or less. Once it's complete, we're going to do it. We're going to give this away on the live to somebody, one of y'all out there on the live. And what I'm going to do is that once we get it complete, we'll probably do 2 or 3 lives, and I'll tell the exact date we're going to give it away live. That way everybody can kind of, plan on it, and then we'll give it away. We'll definitely do it on the computer somehow so y'all can see that everything spins, or however that works. My wife's actually working on looking for a program that does that on the computer. I know there's probably 100, and we'll figure it out so that whenever y'all come in there, to be y'all put in on the drawing or whatever, and we'll draw this, and I'll send this out to one of y'all with, I'll send this out. There'll be some stickers and some other stuff probably in there. But anyway, plan is to give it away to y'all. It's an awesome challenge. It's been fun. Got 2 cars left to go, so I'm hoping I'll be looking again this weekend. We'll think we're going to go to Knoxville this weekend. So I'll be looking there for that. So anyway, that's the Beat 16. Let me get back to chat real quick. Randy says, did it explain the tab base, please? Oh yeah. Let me see if I can show you a tab and non-tab base. Let me grab a tab base. So this is what they call the tab base. You see there's 4 holes, and you can see a metal tab. I'm trying to get it to where the focus pretty good. You see the metal tab in there? These are your earliest bases. They're called tab bases because they have those 4 die cuts out of the bottom, and they've got a tab on the inside, and that's how the axles set, where you have all the adjustments on your axles and stuff. And they've got all the holes cut out, and you can see the tab up in there. And then let me get one of these. Okay, and then this one here is the more of your later bases. But this one doesn't have the holes cut out, so this is a non-tab base. So kind of maybe hard to explain, but maybe you can see it there. And then so you'll have the tab bases, which will be the first, basically what I call the first run. There's another tab base that's on a Mustang, and then your non-tab base would be, that right there. So maybe that'll help you out. So basically, tab bases, I believe, was the very earliest first runs of those cars, which was basically made in '67, maybe early '68. Hot Wheels were made in '67 and they come out in '68 because they had to go into production before they could put them out. That's kind of basically the way. That's why everything is 1 year off. Whenever you look at your dates, because they make it, they date it whenever they made it, and it come out the next year by the time they produced it, got it shipped back, packaged it, and then sent it out. So, um, let's see. Explain it. My brother said he has a yellow Volkswagen in yellow. That's cool. That is cool. Chris, I appreciate you coming by, buddy. Um, yeah, it's getting on in time. I know. Like I said, that's the Beat 16. That's where we're at on it. I'm excited about us finishing that and then one of y'all getting it. Like I said, if you haven't put your notification bells on, it's good if you're if you're interested in trying to win this. Obviously, I'm going to give it away on the live. I talk about it a lot in my videos, but I definitely want to give it away on one of the lives because, try to interact as much as I can with everybody. And I try to bring more people into the lives to chat because we can chat about anything y'all want as far as Hot Wheels, non-Hot Wheels, uh, real cars, toys, whatever y'all want to chat about. Obviously, I'm open to any. But anyway, Randy, I appreciate it. Yeah, Randy, that's a question that's been asked multiple times. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you got two of them together, you can kind of see it. Um, but anyway, y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about? This weekend, as far as I know, the show, plan on going Saturday to the Knoxville Hot Wheeler show. I think my wife may have the address. I think I may have it somewhere. See if I can move stuff around and find the address for it real quick before we get off here. In case any of y'all are going to be there. I know Roberto will be there, or at least he's planning on being there. I'm planning on being there unless something changes. Um, yeah, here it is. There's the address, Knoxville, East Tennessee, August 23rd. And there's your address, if y'all can see that. 8807 Kingston Pike. So, but anyway, well, uh, I got some stuff taken care of that we had on our list to go over. There is some stuff still left on the list. Obviously, I'm still looking for my Bigfoot set. I know I've got it somewhere. I'll eventually get it. I'll keep the Wisconsin Toy Fair as I find them on the packages because I've got a buzz off somewhere. I don't have a loose one up here. It's kind of weird. Um, got a few more lunch boxes. I'll leave those last. I think there's 4 now that I know of, maybe 5 by the time I think about the Christmas ornament. We'll find them. Still got rare Porsches wrote down. Somebody had asked about those. I didn't pull any rare Porsches out. Obviously, I'll pull some Porsches out. Got some heavyweights. We went over just a very few. I've got, I should have pretty much an example of most. I'll try to get those out next week. I'll try to get some more of those out. Still looking for the CD-ROM cars. I found the floppy disk, found some tapes, but I didn't find the CD cars. I know I've got some of those somewhere. Um, I've got wrote down bandits. I don't know exactly if I think they're talking about these. So we can actually go over those sometime if y'all want to. And I've got stage fright wrote down for some reason. So I guess somebody was asking for stage fright. I've only got 2 stage frights. I don't have the Mexico version. But I can go over those next week too. So that's what we got wrote down. Like I said, if there's anything else y'all want to know about, just put it in the chat or message me. If anybody's interested in a shirt, message me sooner because I'm hoping that they go as quick as the last ones did just because I don't really just buy them just to keep them. I just get them whenever whenever somebody actually needs a size I don't have. So I've got a few left. I think I got like 6 shirts or 7 shirts left now. So let's see what it says here. Is Knoxville an all-day show? I think no, it's not. I believe it's Let me see if it's got the time on here. My wife's got wrote down 9 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 9 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Time right now is like 10:30. I'm on Central Time. It's 9:30. So just FYI. Yeah, there you go. Possibly do a live on Jason's channel. Oh, that's cool. If y'all want to go through some Hot Wheels, we'll talk about them. We'll do whatever y'all want to do. Just holler at me. Roberto says 9 to 2. You're right. I know she had that wrote down on there, but that's cool. Was responding to the previous text from my brother. Cool. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. If there's anything else y'all want to know more about or see more of, put it in the comments here, or you can put it on one of my videos. Easiest way is Instagram. I kind of see that sooner than anything. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great week and weekend. Plan on being up at the Hot Wheeler show this weekend, Saturday. So if any of y'all there, holler at me. Hope to see y'all there. And I hope to see y'all next Tuesday. Should have a video hopefully out tomorrow evening. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Appreciate everybody coming back to see me. Hope to see y'all again next week. Thank y'all.